Hi everybody, this is Carla with Cobweb Corner and welcome to my FlossTube channel. This is FlossTube number 86. It is October 29th, 2023. If you're new to the channel, this is a channel about cross stitch and my online cross stitch shop, Cobweb Corner at cobwebcorner.com. And I talk about my shop, some personal things, and some of my personal stitching and crafting. So it has been over 2 months since my last video. So much has happened. Sorry about that. We are getting snow alerts here in Iowa, but nothing big, just flurries. I'm going to basically use this FlossTube as a catch-up, so I'm going to go through things quickly and not spend a lot of time on personal items or things. So I'll just do a rundown real quick and get you caught up on new inventory, and then hopefully we can reset and also let you know about some things that are coming up. So it's been a crazy 2 months. I'm just going to go through a number of different things that happened. We went to Seattle and visited my daughter. Before we went to Seattle, I went in, I've mentioned a number of times that I have an eye disease, and I went in for just a regular checkup on my to my retinal specialist, and they're like poking around my eye and poking around. I'm like, man, this is taking forever for this exam. And finally the fellow, I see a fellow first before I see my surgeon, and he said, do you have a history of retinal tears or retinal detachments in your family? And I'm like, no. And he said, well, you do now. So I had a retinal tear, which is not a retinal detachment. So I had to go in. It took forever. I had to wait a couple hours there, but they got me in, and basically they laser or cauterize the tear, which allows the retina to stay attached, because if you have a detached retina, you can go blind. So I had no symptoms, had no idea that it was going on. So I was kind of glad that I had gone in for my regular checkup, because I didn't think I needed anything. I thought everything was fine. So I almost canceled. But anyway, during the laser surgery, they gave me an injection that broke a blood vessel, and my eye was just solid. There was no white to my eye at all. And I also was uncomfortable for quite a while, so I didn't do any stitching for quite some time. Then we went to Seattle, and so didn't get any stitching in then. And what else? I can't even remember. We just got back from farming, so shortly after we went to Seattle, we got back from Seattle, and my husband and I both got COVID. So I had extremely mild symptoms. In fact, I tested twice and did not test positive for COVID, but I'm pretty sure I had it. I just had a little sore throat, and I just didn't feel good. But I was able to work, and I just laid down in the afternoons, and I was fine. My husband had a little bit more moderate, certainly not anything serious, bad cold, sore throat, and pretty run down. And he did test positive for COVID. So that, we think, is the first time we've had it since the beginning of COVID. After we recovered from that, we went up to the farm, our friend's farm in southern Minnesota, planning on being there for two and a half, maybe 3 weeks. I came home after 30 days, and my husband is still there. He stayed an extra 5 days. He's coming home tomorrow. And the reason it took so long, so the shop was closed the entire time we were gone. My shop is going to be closed more and more as I just start taking time for myself and start thinking about retirement. I did not plan on being gone that long, but the problem was we had a lot of rain, and we had one day where it rained 3.5 inches. And when you're trying to get into the field for harvest, even though it only rains for one day, your field may be wet for 3 to 5 days, which means you cannot go in. So we would get a couple of days of harvest in, and then we'd get some rain, and we'd be down 1 to 3 days. We'd get a couple more days in, and it would rain, and we'd be down 1 to 4 days. And it just kept going on, and we're like, man. So everything took longer than anticipated. I didn't have my watch on, and you can see where my tan line is here. It's like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but to me it's really obvious. So so my job was tilling or digging the cornfields after they were harvested. I got a lot of work done. I could have come home earlier, but I really wanted to stay and feel like I had contributed this year. In addition, I helped make farm fields. The two wives of our friends who farm are both now retired. They were both teachers. One is still subbing, and they helped on the farm also. One did all the evening meals, and the other wife helped split lunch meals with me, which was extremely, extremely helpful, especially when you're cooking for anywhere from 7 to 9 people for 30 days. So I was running out of recipe ideas, and we had lots of hot dishes. We're kind of getting a little tired of hot dishes after a while, but it worked out so well. So anyway, that was farming. I did post some videos. You can go to my channel and look at my recent uploads, and you'll see some shorts and a couple of short videos about farming. So I'm not going to say much more about that. I did not, while I was there during the rain days, I took my stitching along, but I only stitched one day out of the time I was there. But I did get all of my bookkeeping done. I was months behind in my bookkeeping, and I took a huge tote of inventory that is new to Cobweb Corner, and I got almost all of it entered into inventory. So I'm going to show you some new inventory today, but there is a lot more on the shop. So there's a link down below to our site, and if you just go to the cross stitch section, everything comes up in newest order, newest items first, and you'll see that there. And I also posted a couple of restock videos, and I posted just a couple of days ago a video on some Mirabilia and Nora Corbett designs, patterns, and embellishment packs that aren't necessarily new designs, but they're new to Cobweb Corner. So you can look for those too. So I did do a little bit of crafting. So the first thing I did was I finally finished the quilt top, my Halloween quilt top. I just got this done yesterday. And this is it. I had these borders. This top border left was what I had left. So I haven't quilted it yet. I'm going to have to probably take it in to quilt, but it's a nice size, I'd say, lap quilt, and it's called Salem Quilt Show, and it's got the witches there, and there. So this was made out of a panel, and I had purchased a quilt, or a kit. I'm sorry, I purchased a kit. So I had everything I needed, lots of 2-inch squares, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. So I've got to think about a backing fabric and then get somebody to quilt it. I would like to have it maybe specialty quilted with some bats or witch hats or something like that, rather than just a standard swirl quilt pattern. So I've never had something professionally quilted before. I've always done it myself, and I haven't made a lot of quilts, so that's not saying a lot. But this one I want to send in and have it done. So I'll show that to you again when and if that gets done. Then I did make a lot of progress since my last video on Halloween cat, and I have misplaced my chart, so I don't have the final picture to show you, but I've got a lot done. So I had only done part, I don't know, like the moon and the cat and maybe part of this blue tree. So I finished all of this tree, this tree, this tree, and I've gotten into here. So I've got another pumpkin to do here, and then finish off the moon, and that'll be done. So it's a fun stitch, but there are a lot of colors in this one. It's a lot of different, and it's all done in DMC, and this is by Satsuma Street. I am stitching it on 32 count even weave, and this is just an unnamed fabric by Jody from Steel City Stitchers. So that is it for crafting. I am going to jump into the travel journal. So if you haven't watched before, I am reading a travel journal from my great aunt from 1939. She started in Chicago, Illinois, and went up into Seattle, Vancouver, down into California, and she wrote a journal for every day that they traveled. She's traveling with her husband and her mother, which would be my great-grandmother. And when we left last, they had gone into Minot, North Dakota. And today they are going to go up to, I'm going to say it wrong, Havre, Montana. So this is from August 30th, 1939. Now, if you're not interested in this, just skip ahead 5 minutes and it'll be done. But this is a pretty short one. So she writes, we left Minot, North Dakota at 7:30. We had a good night's rest. It was real warm in the cabin early last evening, but turned comfortably cool before midnight. As we drove through the city this morning, we got a very good view of the business district of the city. The town is hilly and the surrounding country rolling with rocky bluffs here and there. We soon got into a wheat section where the crops looked good, but this soon shaded off into unproductive foothills. There were many deserted farms, especially between Minot and Palermo. Had some more gravel and many ponds of alkali. A-L-K-I-L-I. Alkali, that's what it is. Boy, okay. From a distance, these white ponds look like ice ponds. Near Stanley, the country gets poorer. So much hilly and rocky ground. The houses are few and far between. Near White Earth and for miles, we saw piles and piles of rocks in the fields. That gave us an idea of what the farmers had to contend. We saw no poultry nor livestock. Now, I did do some reading, and during 1939, there was a severe drought in the North Dakota, Minnesota area. And if you just look up drought 1939 North Dakota on Google, you can find some charts about how many people left that area and how the number of farms declined during that time. It was a really, really severe drought. At Williston, we stopped to get gas. While Wes is her husband, was doing that, I went to a Safeway store and bought groceries. I then went to the post office and mailed our first card to the folks. Williston is a prosperous-looking town of about 5,000 population. It was so very warm there and the sun bright. We were now near the border, so we thought it would be nice to wait and eat dinner in Montana. We crossed the border at 11:30 a.m. From then on, we got more of a view of the vastness and expanse of the country. The corn was burned, the land hilly, rocky, and barren. With all this barren country about us, we naturally had a difficult time to find a suitable place to eat our lunch. What few scrubby trees there were always out of reach or on the wrong side of the road, so that the shade was where we couldn't get at it. Finally, we stopped beside a road by a clump of trees near Culbertson. Mother and I stayed in the car, and Wes dished the dinner out. At Culbertson, we were greeted with a smile by a member of the highway department, which maintains a courtesy station on the edge of town. Free tourist information is given in the way of folders, maps. A sticker, our first, was placed on the windshield. If you guys know anything about those stickers, I don't know if it's a tourist sticker or what, but I thought that was interesting. There was very little traffic today, and we surely passed through some desolate country. One can see for miles and miles, and what does he see? Hills and more hills. We saw groups of men plowing furrows along the side of the road within the fields for fire prevention. In Hinsdale, we spotted a little shade by a depot and across from a pop stand. We took advantage of the rare treat, and Wes got us each a bottle of grape pop. Mother said that the Montana towns looked as if they had been built by a cyclone. They are surely a pile of clutter and appear to be so hot and lifeless. At Zurich, we were detained and entertained by some men who were having difficulty driving a herd of cattle across a long bridge. We must have waited 10 or more minutes. At 6 o'clock, we were fortunate to find a nice cabin near Havre, Havre. The camp was on a hill with more vast hills surrounding us. The air was balmy and fresh. I don't think I shall ever forget the sunset that we watched from the back window of our cabin. There was a nice place to wash and a faucet of boiling soft water, so I did quite a big washing. Wes helped me hang out the clothes on a line up near the house. It was so breezy that the clothes dried in just a little while. Mother got supper and washed the dishes. Wes and I washed the car after supper. He did most of it in the moonlight and did a good job. By 9 o'clock, we were tired enough to fall asleep any place. Wes had a day bed to sleep on, so we didn't have to set up his cot. Expenses for the day. Gas in Williston, North Dakota, 12 gallons, $2.61. Gas in Malta, Montana, 11.6 gallons, $2.90. Groceries in Williston, 42 cents. Treats, the pop, 15 cents. The cabin, $1.50. Total expenses for the day is $7.58. The car registers 4,367 miles this evening. We drove 467 miles today. Wes drove the forenoon and I drove this afternoon. So that is day, I don't know what day that is, but that is a next day of the travel journal. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. Okay, giveaways. We got quite a few giveaways from the last video. Let's see, the first giveaway is for this Ghouls Only chart by Imaginating. And it also included these project labels, Halloween project labels. And Desiree Feister. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry. Won that. And Desiree, I have your address, so I will get that out to you. The next one is a zipper pull and floss holder. And these are both from Black Needle Society boxes that I had, and you had to use the word zipper, and 33 people wanted that, and the winner is Paula Sizemore. So Paula, so if you win, my email address is down below, and you need to email me at that email address, and you need to put FlossTube winner in the subject line. Please put FlossTube winner in the subject line, or I may miss your email. In addition, tell me what you won, because I have been known to send the wrong thing out, and then I need your mailing address. So Paula, you can get a hold of me at the email below. The next one is a donated chart, Twin Peaks Snowman 2021, and you needed to use the word snowman. 21 people were interested in this, and Holly Hogue, Hogue, I apologize if I said that wrong. Holly won this chart. So Holly, you can contact me. The next one is Love Banner by Stony Creek. You needed to use the word love, and Lynn Ellis won this chart. Lynn Ellis. The next one is Beauty Fades by Trishia Ct. You needed to use the word beauty, and 40 people were interested in this, and Erica Dyer won this. Erica Dyer. And the last one is Two Stitching Tools, and you needed to use the word thread, and the winner is Mary Avaux, A-V-A-U-X, and I apologize, Mary, if I said your name wrong. So that is last time's giveaways. Okay, business topic, real quick. I've had a lot of people making some mistakes when ordering, and it's probably my fault with the way I word things or something, so I am looking for suggestions, but the mistake happens a lot, so I wanted to address it. It happens when there are add-ons. So if you're looking at a pattern, it might say, would you like to add floss, or would you like to add an embellishment pack, or would you like to add chronic braid? So additional items with the chart. Okay, I tried to show this as part of my regular video, but the glare was too much, so I decided to break out and show this separately. So hopefully this will work. But what I want to show you is how to avoid ordering two of the same chart. So I pulled up, this is my website, cobwebcorner.com, and I pulled up a chart, A Type of Christmas by Erin Elizabeth Designs, that also lets you add, if you want, the DMC, some or all of the DMC floss that's needed for this project. Now, what is happening very, very frequently is people, customers are going in and hitting the add to cart button without selecting any floss, and that adds the item to your cart. So let me just do that. Okay, and if you view the cart, you'll see that it has added A Type of Christmas, $12.92. It's currently on sale as of the making of this video. I'm going to go back. Now, what they're doing then, what a lot of customers are doing, and this happens very, very frequently, is then the customers are going back into the product and picking the floss that they want. And I am sorry, but my website does not support an add all. So you need to pick whatever floss you want. And then they're adding that, clicking the add to cart button again. And now you'll see A Type of Christmas has been added again with a total of $20.62. And if I click view to cart, you will see that it's actually added the chart to the cart twice. And this button right here, this view hide options, will show you the DMC floss that was added. But the point I want to make is when you get a product, when you see a product where you have the option to add additional items, it is always going to add the chart to the cart in addition to the items that you select. And I try to make that clear by saying include with pattern. And then has the plus 77 cents. And you'll see that as you add these items or remove them, the price up here changes. So if I don't pick any floss, I'm back to just the chart price. And then if I add one, you'll see the price increases by 77 cents. So if you, by mistake, see here, if you by mistake do add the chart and you forgot to select the floss or the bead pack or whatever, you need to delete the chart from your cart and then go back in and re-add it. The other option is to search for the floss you need separately. But the point I want to get across with this topic is that when you see these include with pattern, you are adding the pattern plus whatever you choose here. So if you do that twice, if you click the add to cart button under here, once thinking you're adding the cart and once thinking you're adding just the floss, that's incorrect. It will add two of the charts to your cart, and then I need to contact you and find out whether that was really what you wanted and refund you if it isn't. So just make sure, and if there's a way that you can think of that I can make this more clear, let me know. I try to make it clear by saying include with pattern, and then whatever it is, sometimes it's a bead pack, sometimes it's specialty floss, whatever. I try to make that clear, and then it has the plus 77, means you're going to add 77 cents to the cost of this item for each one of these that you pick. So you only need to use the add to cart button once when you're adding floss at the same time as you're adding the chart. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, please put your question in the comments below and I will address those in my next video. Thanks, guys. Okay, new giveaways. Oh, before I do new giveaways, I did have some stash. So I did have a Black Needle Society box come in, and it was a fairy tale or once upon a time box. And I'll show you what I got here quick. I got a poison apple candle by Wick Wish Candle Company and the Black Needle Society. I got some specialty threads from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. I got this really cool Pumpkin Coach needle minder, which I love. I got some counting pins, a set of counting pins, and these are from Beauty and the Beast theme. So they got the rose, the tea kettle, and the book. I have never used counting pins. If you've used them, let me know what you think and whether you think they help or hinder. I got this star bead, which I probably will use to make a scissor fob. And then I got Enchanted Forest 32 count Lugana by Forbidden Fiber Company. It's really pretty. And then we got this Once Upon a Time just lined little notebook, and I love notebooks and things like that. And then we got this cool design by the Primitive Hair called the Frog Prints. And it just says Frog Prints down below. And then we got this lap blanket. Let's see if I got it, with Little Red Riding Hood on it. So that was a really, really fun box. Now I have canceled my membership, so I think that was my last one, which now that I canceled, I'm kind of bummed about. But I need to take a break for a while. All right, so new giveaways. Let's see here. All right, the first one is a zipper pull with a little ghost. Use the word ghost. So to enter the giveaways, you must be 18 years of old or older so that I can legally ask for your address. And do not use the word giveaway. And you have to use the word that I tell you to use so that I can find you when I search for the giveaways. So the zipper pull, I want you to use the word ghost. And then we have a brand new chart by Itzo Emma called You Are My Sunshine. Use the word sunshine. Another, Lori, is this a Lori Holt? This is Itzo Emma. This is from the Chicken Club series, and this is Edna, E-D-N-A. Use the word Edna, E-D-N-A. The next one is a used donated book. This is an older Stony Creek. It's in very good condition, but not new condition. And it has a number of Christmas designs in it. See if I can find the center page here. So it's got all of these designs in it. So if you're interested in that, again, this is not in new condition. Use the word Christmas. Another donated chart is Cold Hands, Warm Heart by Lizzie Kate. This is in excellent condition, almost new. Use the word hands, H-A-N-D-S. Make sure you use the plural, H-A-N-D-S. Another donated chart. This is by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Don't know if she made a working copy. No. And this is called Bewitched. Use the word witch. So this is a donated pre-owned chart. Looks like it's in basically new condition. This is I would say advanced level design. Really gorgeous. So use the word witch, W-I-T-C-H. And the next one is also a donated chart. This is Happy Easter by Sue Hillis. Use the word Easter, E-A-S-T-E-R. And those will be drawn in the next video. Okay, so new inventory. Again, this is just a small portion of what I have added recently to the site, and you can find these at cobwebcorner.com. These are all new to Cobweb Corner. We've got a Shepherd's Care 1 by Erica Michaels. And I'm gonna need a place to put these all. Sweet and Twisted by Silver Creek Samplers. And these have been out there for a while. Witch's Pantry by Hands On Design. You get all 3 of those designs. And this is from the Fright This Way series. Cast a Spell Plaid All Year series by Hands On Design. I've got multiple of those. Pick Your Pumpkin Patchwork by Hands On Design. A Classic Haunt by Hands On Design. So cute. Autumn Calls by Hands On Design. These are relatively new releases from a couple months ago. Blueberry, the Berry Basket by Erica Michaels. Vintage Garden Smalls. You get all 3 of those designs by Erica Michaels. And the tray says, "Here my work forever stands, the labor of 2 busy hands." Summer Garden at Cranberry Manor by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. A Stitcher's Garden by Tiny Modernist. Mother by Homespun Elegance. Come Home, the 2022 Annual Sampler by Homespun Elegance. It says, "Come home to comfort and joy." Don't Peek Until December 25th by Needle Bling Designs. Let Us Adore Him by Sweet Wing Studio. Harvest Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. Harvest Frill by Heart and Hand. The 2023 Wee Santa by Heart and Hand. Okay, let me get some more here. I've got a lot to show you. And again, this is just a few. This is Emma Fisher, 1859 Sampler. The Lord Is My Shepherd by Heartstring Samplery. Hope More. It says Fear Less, Hope More by Heartstring Samplery. Birds of a Feather Needle Book. This is by Stacy Nash. Halloween Feather Tree by Little Robin Designs. It's so cute. Look at this bowl here. It's really cool. Christmas Tree 2007 by Mirabilia. This used to be a kit. It is now released as chart only. Who Let the Frogs Out by Heartstring Samplery. Our Hearts Are Stitched Together by Heartstring Samplery. It's called Stitched Together. Haunted Hill House by Homespun Elegance. Happy Campers by The Blue Flower. I love this chart. She does such good work. Vintage Christmas Alphabets number 8, R and S by Jan Hicks Designs. Floriographica 2 Hydrangea by Jan Hicks. Huntington Hall by Jan Hicks. So beautiful. Hope by Sambry Stitches. This is in Hebrew. Words to Live By Halloween Edition by Sambry Stitches. Bigfoot in Fall from the Bigfoot collection by Sambry Stitches. And a lot of these are available in PDF format also. Autumn at Autumn Hills Place by Sambry Stitches. And Adventure Awaits, also in the Bigfoot series by Sambry Stitches. Getting there. Halloween Wishes by Glendon Place. Merry Christmas by Glendon Place. Two Pumpkins Bright by Liz Matthews. Hello from Liz Matthews. Carriage House Samplings Twisted Pumpkins. Carriage House Sampling Stardust. Skating Santa Stocking by Carriage House Samplings. So cool. The Christmas Crew by Cross-Eyed Cricket. Halloween Heart by Barbara Anna Designs. Nautical Tear by Erin Elizabeth Designs, sorry. Snow Angels by Calico Confectionery. Old Glory Colorful Eagle by Kitty and Me Designs. Frosty from the Colorful Cat series by Kitty and Me Designs. This one is so beautiful. Champagne by Kitty and Me Designs. Celebrate by Kitty and Me Designs. Seasonal Cats number 3 Jingle by Calico Confectionery. Seasonal Cats number 5 Tabitha by Calico Confectionery. Red, White, and Blue Sampler by Erin Elizabeth Designs. USA Tier by Erin Elizabeth Designs. B Tier by Erin Elizabeth Designs. Alphabet Blocks by Carriage House Sampling. This is a big design. This one is 235 by 293, and it is just gorgeous. Witch House by Barbara Anna Designs. Bluebird Sampler by Shannon Christine Designs. So pretty. Ornaments Series Part 5 through 8 by Tiny Modernist. Nice quick stitches. They're really cute. 7-part series. This is part 4 in the Make Today Magical series. You get the, I'm not sure. I think you get the center here. A new release in the reprint format. This is Prairie Christmas by Prairie Schooler. You get all of those designs. And also a new release in the reprint series is a Prairie Village 1. Again, these are in the chart pack format. And then a Prairie Village 2. Okay. Another new release by Prairie Schooler reprint, Weatherwise. And you get Red Sky at Night, Sailor's Delight, Red Sky in Morning, Sailor Take Warning. And then the other one is Sunshiny Showers Won't Last Half an Hour. A sunshiny shower won't last half an hour. And then we get the Christmas Arc by Prairie Schooler. And I think that's it. So So that is it for new inventory in Cobweb Corner. And again, there is more than that if you go to the website. Coming up, so we are leaving Saturday to go on a 4-day trip to Las Vegas with some friends of ours. I had no idea farming was going to take so long, so it's a little bit crazy that we're leaving again already, but we have tickets to go see Donny Osmond. My friend really wants to see Donny Osmond, and I said, we'll go with you. So we're looking forward to that. Then we're home for 3 weeks, and I have a huge announcement. So I haven't said anything before this because it's one of these things that it's so exciting that you're kind of afraid it's never going to happen. But we booked a 2-week trip to the Galapagos Islands. This is a once-in-a-lifetime trip. My husband and I are taking alone. We are going on a National Geographic expedition ship, and we will be gone from December 1st or 2nd through December 14th. And it is one of those things where I'm just waiting for the ball to drop to say we're not going, but I finally decided to let everybody know. So I will try. I know that on these trips, Wi-Fi is really limited, but I will try to get a lot of video or pictures while we're there. I'll probably have another FlossTube before we leave, I hope. During that time, from December, I think 1st through December 16th, the shop will be closed while we're gone. And then we're home for a while. And I am looking forward to being home for a while. So anyway, I'm really excited about that. I hope it happens. I hope everything goes well. I'm a little bit nervous about being on a ship for 14 or 12 days or something. Plus, it's a really long flight, multiple flights to get there. We fly from Cedar Rapids to Miami, Miami to Ecuador. We take, I think, like an hour, takes an hour to get to our hotel, or a half hour or something. We stay overnight in a hotel. We don't get in until late at night. And then we get up early in the morning. We take another 2.5-hour flight out to one of the islands, one of the Galapagos Islands. Then we take a bus to a ferry or something, and we get on that, and then we take a Zodiac out to our ship. So we're going to be exhausted, but then we get to be on the ship for like 10 days or 11 days or something. So, and then we go backwards, and on the way back we have an additional flight. I think we fly Galapagos to Ecuador, stay overnight in Ecuador, get on a plane, fly to Miami, fly Miami to South Carolina, and then fly South Carolina to Cedar Rapids. So it's going to be crazy. I'll have more on that. Wish us luck. I can't wait, and I'm also really nervous about it, but it's just a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and we are so excited. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you give it a thumbs up, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe. Happy stitching, everybody. Bye-bye.